How's it going? And welcome back to a very special video tonight. And that is because tonight I am going to be doing a playing card collection. That is right, I am going to be doing a updated playing card or deck collection video on all my playing cards, old and new, that I have. And I keep them in this little shoe box here that I have. It's a very nice way to store them, I feel. So I'm super excited to go through some of these decks that I have. And I say updated video as I have done one of these before. And as a request in the comments, a lot of you guys asked that I do an updated one. So, if you have not checked out the last video of my deck collection, be sure to click the little link up in the corner or check in the description down below. But real quick, before we get into today's deck collection video, I have a quick things I would like to say. I'd like to start off by saying thanks to everyone for the support lately on the channel. You guys have been killing the views, smashing that like button, and we are so close to 10,000 subscribers. So if you are new to the channel and you like what you see, we are going to be doing magic videos every Monday on this channel, ranging from deck reviews to card magic to other sorts of magic tricks and illusions and things like that. So if you are new and you like what you see, please do subscribe and stick around for more magic videos. And if you guys get this video 600 likes, I will do a giveaway for some cards in a future Magic Monday. I also want to quickly say that I have two new decks to open in this video. I have this purple Monarchs deck from Theory 11. I had a comment in one of my videos saying that I have too many bicycle cards. Well, I'm trying to get some new cards from Theory 11 that are not made by Bicycle. So we're going to open this in a wee bit. And I also have a very exciting deck with me. And this deck, as you can see, is a Minecraft playing cards deck. And this was something that I hadn't actually intended to get, but in one of my live streams, a subscriber and a member by the name Melissa, shout out to Melissa for becoming a member, we came together and decided it would be a very fun idea to get this deck. So this deck is courtesy of Melissa. Thanks again, and if you guys would like to become a member, do click that little blue join button or click the link in the description to where you can become a member today. You get a whole bunch of cool perks and benefits and things. So, if this is something you'd like, be sure to check that out. And if you want to see more card magic videos, click the link at the top of the screen or in the description. There's a playlist of all my card magic videos I have done on the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this deck collection. So, I'm going to start by reviewing some of my bicycle playing cards, so let's open this up. And we're going to go just across the top here, looking at some of my bicycle cards. So we'll set this here as I take them out. So I'm going to begin with, let's go with all of these decks first. So as you can see, I am a big fan of bicycle playing cards, especially the rider back decks. I love the range of colors they come in, as you can see, I have quite a lot of colours. And I thought let's just go through some of the colours I have. So, as you can see, I have the standard red and blue decks. And I think bicycle cards are by far the best made decks. I am a really big fan. I always have been a big fan of bicycle decks. I don't know what my favourite colour is. There's still a few colours that I need to get before I decide what my favourite colour is, but one of the reasons I like bicycle decks is the back design is so nice no matter what colour you get, whether it be red or blue or yellow, pink, black, turquoise, white or even purple. These two decks are a bit more special. I'll get into them in a wee minute. But another reason I like them is not only because of the range of colours they come in, but the cards handle very well as just a standard deck of cards. You can see some of these decks I've had for quite a while, and they still perform very nicely. They're very durable, and they are cards that I have been using for about 10 years now. I have a lot of people asking, how long have I been doing card magic? Well, 10 years is roughly the answer. Since about 2010 I've been doing these. But yeah, so these are the standard red and blue decks that you get for bicycle. There are still a few more colours. As you can see, I need to get. There is an orange one that I really want to get, a fuchsia one that I think looks very nice. There's a multicolored one, a green one. There's so many colours, a gold one, so many things that I still want to try and get. I do like the yellow, although I feel the back design is harder to see depending on the lighting. The lighting's quite good at the moment, but I just feel the yellow deck is sometimes a bit too bright when you're in person. But the cards for bicycle are very standard. As you can see, the Ace of Spades design is very basic for the rider backs. By the way, for those wondering, rider backs are a little more narrow than the standard face bicycle cards, are slightly more narrow, and the pip designs, for example, if we take a diamond, the diamond pip is ever so slightly smaller, but you can see they've got very standard face. The jokers are your standard bicycle jokers, but the decks handle very nicely. So if you are new to card magic, I would highly recommend a bicycle deck. I think out of these ones at the top, I think potentially the turquoise deck, which I actually got very recently. If you check out last week's Magic Monday, you will see me open these up. So these are probably my newest deck of bicycle standards or rider backs, and I think the colour is very nice. I guess this is the colour of my channel anyway, so it is my favourite colour. As you can see, it's very nice, but I do really like the black and the pink as well. I think they go very nicely as bicycle cards. Now down here, as you can see, we have two very special decks. This deck here, which I have had for about, oh gosh, like 9 years. It is the Bicycle Limited Edition Series deck. And this is the Series 1 deck, so the back design, as you can see, is quite nice. It's somewhat similar to a rider back, but it's just ever so slightly different, and it's why I keep it amongst all these ones, because it's kind of like a white deck of bicycle playing cards. If you imagine, all the fronts are the same as the standard and rider backs, but I think that's something special about that back design that just makes it very unique, and it's a very nice deck. If anyone has this deck, do let me know, because I feel it's quite a rare deck at the moment. I think it's priced price is actually increasing, which is pretty cool. And for some reason this deck still handles amazingly. Like, look at that fan. Let's see how it spreads, shall we? Very, very well for a deck that I've had for 9 years. This has got to be in one of the best condition decks that I have. And it's probably one of my favorites. If you stick around to the end of the video, I will do my top 5 decks of cards. But the last bicycle sort of standard deck I have to show you is this deck here, and I actually can't quite remember the name of it, but it is kind of like a purple deck. You can see the front design looks a bit like a standard design, a bit like a rider back actually as well. But these cards are very special. As you can see, the back design is a sort of purple, like dark purple color. It's quite bold. And the fronts of the cards are actually pink and purple instead of red and black. And I think they're very, very nice. This is actually my girlfriend's favorite deck that I own. And the royalty cards as well are very unique. They're one-way round cards, as you can see, and they look quite different from the usual bicycle cards. The jokers as well are purple, and they're both standard jokers. You don't get a guarantee one. And let's take a look at the ace of spades as well. It is of course your standard bicycle 808 ace of spades, but again it is this dark purple color for the black. But it too is a very nice deck that I've had for about 8 years, and still in very good condition as well, as you can see. It still handles very nicely, and it's got to be up there with one of my favorite decks as well. So that is all my bicycle standard and rider back colors. Do let me know in the comments what other colors you'd like to see me get. As I said, I want to try get orange, green, and gold, and multicolored, and all of those things. I do actually have 3 more very, very old blue decks that I have, as you can see. In fact, I think if it says on the bottom, I've had this deck since 2009. This one here since 2009, and this one here since 2013. So these blue decks are a bit older. I use these mainly for chuck away cards. So if I need to rip a card for a trick or fold a card up, I'll borrow a card from one of these decks. So that is all my bicycle standard colors, I guess you could say. So I'll pop them all back in the box and get the next couple of decks. So next up, the 2 decks I want to show you are these decks here. Which, as you can see, are also bicycle decks, but these decks are called Dragon Back decks. And I think the back design for these are very nice. They feel very modern, very, well, dragony, I guess. It's quite cool. And I have these in a red and blue color scheme as well. They do come in other colors like yellow, green, I believe there's a gold as well, which I would like to obviously look into getting. But again, we'll do the blue deck for this, as the red is pretty much identical. But these decks, again, just like any bicycle deck, handle considerably well for a standard deck of cards. And one of my favorite things about these decks are the box design, or the tuck case design. It looks very, very nice. The front is, as you can see, it's had a lot of detail done to it. The dragons, I think, look sick. By the way, on almost all my decks I try to keep the seal intact, so. But yeah, the front designs for the blue deck, as you can see, are blue instead of red, and the standard black. The ace of spades looks no different from your standard ace. And the royalty cards, as you can see, have a blue tint to them if it's a blue deck. The joker as well looks very, very nice. So that's the blue version. The red version is, this deck is struggling to sit there. The red deck is somewhat similar, as you'd imagine, except red instead. So the red cards are actually slightly darker as a red. The standard red is a bit more bright than that. And again, the royalty designs have this sort of green and dark red shade to it. In fact, this red is quite similar to another deck I have. I'll explain in a wee bit. But the jokers, as you can see, look red. Is pretty cool for the design for these. So that is the bicycle dragon back decks. Let's pop them away. So before we get into the next load of decks, let's open this brand new deck I have, which is the Purple Monarchs deck from Theory 11, which I'm super excited to open. So let's open this up, shall we? There's a little seal here on the side. Chose this deck is I think the duck case of the deck looks incredible. It's got this gold embossed feature on the front, so everything, I know you guys can't feel this, but it sort of protrudes from the deck, or the box I should say. And the deck just looks fantastic. The reviews I've seen of it as well is incredible, as you can see, made by Theory 11. So let's open this up and take a look at the cards themselves. Now, as much as I would like to take the seal off, I am a big fan of keeping the seal intact, so I'm going to try and keep it on as best as I can. Never play with knives, guys. I did an okay job, I guess. Rate my seal cutting. So let's take this deck out. I'm so excited for this. So as you can see, it's a very dark purple inside. That's the card box. I'll just keep it up there. And oh wow, okay. So straight off the bat, the deck feels very thick. I think the cards are. I think this is with every Theory 11 card though. They feel a lot more thick than your bicycle cards. The back design, wow, is incredible. The border is quite thin actually. A very thick card, and the border is, again, very thin. Look how thin that border is. It's very nice though, I do like that back design. That's incredible. It fans really well. Really well. Let's give that another go. Oh wow, look at that. Very nice indeed. The Joker design is pretty unique as well. Look at that. It's like riding a very dull, I don't even know what that is actually. It's not a unicycle, is it? Can't remember what they're called. But look at that Ace of Spades design as well. That is very nice. Now these Monarchs colours do come in different colours as well, just like your bicycle cards. Let me know what other colours you think I should get. The royalty cards look good. The deck feels very nice. Oh, I think this has got to be one of my favourites. And it comes with these two Theory 11 cards, which I like to keep these, but I guess I could always use them to make a double backer. But again, a very nice deck. Let me know what you guys think of this deck. I think that might actually go straight into one of my top 5 decks. It handles incredibly. Very nice. Right, let's pop them away. So I guess that's the next deck then. Oh, look at that wee bit as well. That is very, very nice. Not quite sure what that says. Cerca Trova. Sounds Spanish or Latin or something. Right, anyway. I think before we open the Minecraft deck, we'll review the rest of my cards first and open this up at the very end, so stay tuned to see that. So next up, guys, I've got a couple decks here to show you. We have the Bicycle Carnival Ruin deck, and I'm not a huge fan of this deck. The gold does look nice. The deck feels a bit all over the place. I don't know if I've had it for a while, which is why the finish to the cards isn't as great, but as you can see, I don't know what has happened to this deck, but over time it has not kept its condition, so I'm not too sure what has happened to these cards. They are very thick by the feels of things. I might need to warm them up somehow, I don't know. But they do not fan very well, which is a bit annoying. But either way, the design of the Jokers is nice. I love it's a very standard bicycle front, but the back design as well, I do like this deck a lot. But yeah, I don't know what's happened to this deck, but thought I would mention it nonetheless. Now this deck here, which is the Bicycle Archangels deck, which is designed by Theory 11 too, I thought I'd point that out. This has got to be possibly my favourite deck. The deck is absolutely incredible. Look how nice that back design is. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. And the front design is your standard bicycle. But the Ace of Spades it's got to be one of the nicest Ace of Spades designs I have ever seen. It's insane. The Jokers are pretty fun as well. It's just overall a really great deck. Handles very nicely. I know this is going to do me a while, this deck. Let's do a wee Pharaoh shuffle with it. Very, very nice. It is a great deck. It's got to be my favourite. But that is the Bicycle Archangels and the Bicycle Carnival Ruin deck. And the next two decks I want to show you are two of the decks in the Bicycle Stargazer series. And I think this is a relatively new series. So I have the original Bicycle Stargazers. As you can see, they came out, actually in 2016, I believe. That's a bit strange. I thought this was a relatively new deck. But as you can see, this back design is phenomenal. It looks so beautiful. I love this little, almost like a black hole or something. Oh, and the front designs as well are very cool. It's very unique. The Ace of Spades. Oh, I love that Ace of Spades as well, actually. That is very nice. And the deck too handles very nice for a bicycle deck. The fan looks nice because of the whole back design, and overall I think this is probably also in my top 5, but we'll reveal that in a bit. And over here is my very new Bicycle Stargazer Sunspot deck of cards. You can see the back design straight up just looks so cool, and it fits very well within this theme of the Stargazer. It's really cool. I hope they do make more of these cards. The front design of these cards I'm not a huge fan of. For example, if I get a red card, like a heart, and a black card, let's go with the Nine of Spades, I find it very difficult to tell the difference between the red and the black. I guess the red is, as you can see, ever so slightly glowing, but I just find it difficult to tell the difference. Let's get that Ace of Spades as well. Where is it? There's the Ace of Spades. But I think my favourite thing about this deck, and a lot of people in the comments said this, is the back design is so amazing. Like, I could look at this for hours on end. I could play with this deck for ages. The back design is that beautiful. So I'm a very big fan of the Stargazer series, as you can see. Let's pop them back in the box now. Now, the next few decks I want to show you, again, are more bicycle decks. And they are a combination of new decks and old decks. And we'll go through each of them here. So, starting from right to left, we have the bicycle ice deck, which I did give away in a video recently. I do like this deck. It's another black deck that I have, and I do like this color. I love this sort of blue color, sort of whitey, sort of white blue for the black cards and dark blue for the black cards. I'm not a huge fan of the royalty card designs, but I do think the back is very nice. I think the blue accommodates the black quite nicely. The Ace of Spades as well. I always remember the card design for the Ace of Spades is quite nice. Where is it? Have I missed it? There it is. The Ace of Spades design looks like cracked ice almost. If I can get it to focus, you can see it's pretty cool. So a nice deck. That is the bicycle ice deck. Then moving over to the left, we have the bicycle steampunk deck, which does come in a silver. I would like to get the silver a lot. I do like these cards. My favourite thing is probably the back design. Looks really nice. They do handle nicely as well. I've had these for a wee while, and you can see they handle pretty well. The front isn't so special, apart from maybe the Ace of Spades. I'll leave that there. But the front design is your standard bicycle. The jokers, that is one of my favourite things about this deck too. I think the jokers are so unique. It almost looks like an eye, it's almost like a pair of eyes. But they're really cool. Not a big fan of steampunk, but I think the cards are super incredible. Now, this deck here, a bit of a story behind this deck. My girlfriend got me this deck because I love sharks. I know it probably sounds a bit weird, but I'm a big fan of sharks. I love me a good shark, and she got this as a bit of a jokey present, as I think neither of us knew that these cards existed. But as you can see, it is basically a bicycle sharks deck, literally all about sharks. I'll show you a few in a moment, but you can see the back design is a shark indeed. I think that might be a lemon shark, I'm not entirely too sure, but they are a one-way deck, so plenty of opportunities to do a reversed card trick. As you can see, you can have someone pick a card, have them see it, rotate it as you put it back in, and then you can easily find their card, as it'll be the card that's the wrong way. So I think it looks pretty cool when you give it a fan as well, with this sort of, is that a shark? That bit of a shark? No, it's a bit of a fish that sort of spins round, and it looks cool from both ends. You've got this little grey border at the top. Now the fronts of the cards are actually, well, things about sharks, little facts about sharks. So for example, sharks come in all sizes. Let's get that to focus. Sharks come in all sizes. The dwarf lantern shark grows to 8 inches, and a whale shark can grow up to 50 feet. Let's get another one. Sharks can detect the low frequency cries injured fish make, signaling a potential meal. I just think they're really cool. Very cool. Each one has a fact about sharks, and I've learned a lot from this deck, so I thought it was very unique, and I didn't even know it existed, so there we go. And then last but not least for these decks, I have my Bicycle Tragic Royalty deck, which I did review in the last video, and a lot of people in the comments did let me know that the deck glows under black light, so things like a UV light or a black light obviously. I thought they were glow in the dark, which clearly they're not, and I gave it a test and it didn't work. But again, not a big fan of this deck. It doesn't fan well or spread well at all. I'm not sure if that's just the way they're made, but I've barely ever used this deck, and it is awful. And I don't really like the whole grey front design. I guess the Ace of Spades is kinda cool. It's got like a wee spider on it. But I'm just not a big fan of this deck. You got your Bicycle Standard back, but it's just not the nicest deck. So that is those 4 decks. 4 really cool, unique decks. Let's pop them aside. So the last out of the Bicycle decks that I have to show are these 3 decks right here. Let's take these out and pop this aside. So the 3 decks I have here, as you can see, are 3 pretty cool black decks. Got the Bicycle Radar deck, which has a very, very nice back design. You can see I've damaged the box a wee bit. But this deck is really, really nice. It probably is one of my best decks for handling, and it's kept its condition very well. I did, when I was younger, try to colour in the borders of the decks, like the very edges, to make them black with a Sharpie. And as you can see, I gave up, but the deck still handles nice, looks nice. The front design is sort of a white on a black background, red on a black background. The royalty cards do look quite nice, and the Ace of Spades is pretty cool as well. So that is the Bicycle Radar deck. The Joker as well is holding a 4 of hearts, so you can maybe do a wee trick with that. I think it's pretty cool. But that deck handles very nice for a deck that I've had for a while. Next up, now this deck is in my top 5 as well. I love this deck, but sadly it's quite expensive now. And this one I've had for a long, long time, as you can see. And I don't know why I like it. It is the Bicycle Black Scorpion deck. And as you can see, it's sort of yellow on black. And I don't know why, but I love this design. It is the white on black background and a yellow card. I think this deck is really cool, and because the quality is wearing a wee bit, I don't use this deck as much anymore, which is a bit of a shame. So I kind of keep this deck aside and try not to use it because it is losing its touch. But I love this deck, and I would definitely love to try and get my hands on another one of these so I can use. So if anyone knows where I can get one of them, do let me know. And last but not least, we have the Bicycle Guardians deck, which is an old favourite of mine. Almost everyone who collects playing cards will have a deck of these. They are an old classic Bicycle deck. Mine don't handle as well because I've used them a lot over the years, but they didn't start out like this, so don't worry, this is just wear and tear. But when I mentioned the red Dragonback deck, having that sort of dark red background. This is the other deck that has that sort of dark red, not background, but pip color for the red cards. The black cards are black, obviously, and the Ace of Spades, the Joker, looks phenomenal as well. Look at that Joker. But the Ace of Spades, I did see it. Where is it gone? Is a really cool ace as well. And that is the Bicycle Guardians deck. Back design's pretty cool. It sort of resembles that of a standard bicycle back, but it's just ever so slightly different. So that is all my bicycle decks of cards. Let's move on to some of these other decks that I have really quickly, as they are not the greatest decks, but there are a few nice ones up here at the top to start with, so I'll get into them. So first up, I want to show you these three decks. I have the red and the blue B decks, which are a deck which is not made by Bicycle, as you can see, and the back design is this complete back design with no border. And the reason I store it with this deck is it's very similar, and I'll show you what I mean. But you can see there's no border to these cards. It's hard to tell how many you've got. But B make very good quality cards as well, just like Bicycle. And the front of the deck, what you would say is just a standard deck. The Ace of Spades, however, I'm not a big fan of that, but it takes up almost the whole card. So very standard cards. The back design is just this red checkered pattern, and as you can see, the blue is pretty much the same except blue. So that is the B decks that I have. And this deck right here, this white deck, is a deck that not many people might have heard of, and it is called the Vitreous playing cards. A very basic card box design. In fact, who is it made by? I'm not even too sure. But the deck, you can see we've got initials of some people here, JG and AV. But the deck handles very, very well. It has a sort of different feel to it as well. It's not your, I don't know, it feels like in between plastic coated and, of course, air cushion finish. Not entirely too sure, but you can see the back design has no border. It is a pretty cool back design though. Let me know what you guys think of that. But the front design is, it kind of looks like your standard card at first, but then there's some cards that look very slightly different. For example, the 5 of Spades, or any card with a 2, the pips are closer. The 6 is in like a sort of circle rather than 2 or 3, 2 lines of 3. It looks pretty cool, I think. Look at that 9 as well. That is a very unique 9. And the royalty cards are pretty standard, except from, where is it? The King of Hearts. I think that's pretty cool. The King of Hearts looks very, very different. But it's a cool deck. Very nice Ace of Spades. And it's a very new deck for me as well. I've not had it for too long. And last but not least, I have some slightly different decks to show you, and I'm just going to go over these very briefly as they're not the nicest decks. I've got this Sports Direct deck, which is a sports wear and sporting company here in the UK. This deck I just picked up from the checkouts one day. You can see it's plastic coated, so it doesn't spread very well. The back design as well is just Sports Direct. They're very bendy though. You can hear that they're plastic as well. I'm not a huge fan of plastic coated decks. I also ripped or folded the box to make it a bit easier to open, because it originally just opened like this and I couldn't get the cards out, so I folded it back to make it a bit easier. So that is this Sports Direct deck. I think it was like a couple pounds, like £1 or £2, I don't know. I've got this Nape deck, which I got in Spain, as you can see, and there were a few comments in my last deck review video of people telling me about this deck here, and I can't remember for the life of me what all the suits are. Everyone will probably let me know in this video, but I got this on holiday. You can see you've got like swords, chalices, by the looks of things, sort of coin things, and then sort of wooden baton, or I don't know what that really is. I'm sure everyone will let me know again, like the last video, but I think that's a pretty cool deck. It's one of my only foreign decks I have. And then next up, very quickly, I have two number 1 Waddington Decks, red and a blue, which are UK decks. You might not get these in America. They are linen finish, as you can see. It is a UK deck, so as most UK decks are, they have the pips in all 4 corners. They're very thin, narrow cards as well. Like, I have smaller hands, so I find these easier to palm and things like that. But yeah, very thin deck. It handles all right, I guess. The blue, as you can imagine, is pretty similar. And I do also have these Royal Flush ones, which I think only cost me like £1 or £2 from the shops. But these aren't very special as well. I won't get into these. Quite similar to them. They have the pips in all 4 corners, and the back design is a one-way back design. So, and last but not least, we have this Stratus deck of cards, which I did have a red one for, but I believe I lost that. Again, it's a UK deck. It's linen finish, quite thin, and the cards have the pips in all 4 corners. And this deck is actually very narrow indeed. Like, compare that to a bicycle card, for example. Let me get one of them. Compared to a bicycle card, look at that. There's almost like a hole, like half a centimeter there. That is incredible. That is very, very thin. So before I get into opening this Minecraft deck, there are a couple extra things in here I want to show you. I have these small, tiny playing cards, which are quite funny. They're very, very small, as you can see. There are bicycle small decks, but these ones are just, I don't even know. I think I got them in like a Christmas cracker or something. They're pretty funny, I thought, so I thought I'd just quickly point them out. And I do also have a few card bags in here with some things in them. I thought I'd show you guys, so I keep these in little bags, these extra things I have. As you can see, these bags come from this Cascade Juggling website, which is a shop here in the UK, which I buy many of my decks from. A lot of people ask where I get them from. Well, Cascade Juggling is one of them. I also just buy them off Amazon, eBay, things like that. But in this bag I have a red deck of bicycle playing cards. It's a very old deck I've lost the box for, so that's why I keep it in here. But it's an incomplete deck. I basically use this for, again, throwaway cards. Things such as folding cards up for a trick, or signing cards. I'll sign one of these ones, for example. Just not ruin my red deck. In this little bag, I have a bunch of ad cards. As you can see, I did mention I like to keep these, so I don't even know what that is. But I like to keep some of the ad cards, so that's what's in that bag. And then last but not least, I have all my trick cards, so all my gimmick cards, trick cards, things like that. Blank cards, we've got double backers with different colours, double backers with the same colour, a bunch of blank and trick cards for decks that I have, so I thought they were pretty cool. Not every deck I get comes with them as well, so that's why I like to keep them nice and safe in these little pouches. Anyway, it is now the end of the video, and I thought I'd show you my favourite 5 cards, but before we do that, let's open this Minecraft deck of cards, which again, shout out to my member, Melissa, for this deck. She helped me get this, so thank you so much. Let's open this deck up. I am super excited to open this up. So it comes in this box with a storage tin inside it as well. Let's take this storage tin out. Oh wow, it's quite big. So that's the box. Now I'm a big fan of Minecraft, which is why I'm super excited to see these. I have a Minecraft Skyblock series on the channel at the moment, so if you want to go check that out, there'll be a playlist in the description where you can go and see that. But you can see these are actually made by Mojang themselves, so these are trademark cards. I'm super excited to open this tin. Oh, there we are. They come in this little bag. Let's open this up. And well, here we go. Here they are, here they are. It's quite a thick deck. Now I shouldn't really be judging them for their quality. They're more cool than they are meant to be as a deck to do cardistry with. Now the jokers you can see are a pig and a chicken, which is quite cool. The suits, which I think are very unique, are of course hearts. We have spades for spades. Diamonds for, of course, diamonds. And then swords for clubs. I think maybe they could have used axes for them. And the jack, queens and kings are zombies. Alex and Steve, I believe, for each. Yeah, there we go. Oh, skeleton for the diamonds. Does that mean we're gonna have a creeper at some point? We got an enderman and then a creeper by any chance? Yeah, creeper for the hearts. That is really cool. That's really cool. If you guys want to see me play some solitaire with this deck, let me know, because I think that would be so fun. And the back design is, of course, the dirt block in Minecraft. I think that is so cool. That is incredible. And you know what? It actually handles alright. I don't know if it doesn't feel like a plastic deck. But I think at the end of the day, I think they are plastic cards. Yeah, they are. But it doesn't feel like it, which is a bit weird. And they're a one-way deck too, so potential tricks there out of that. So that is that Minecraft deck. That's so fun. I can't wait to play with this. So guys, welcome to the end of the video. Thank you if you did watch this all. I would appreciate a like. But to round off the video, I thought I would show you my top 5 decks, and here they are. So, my 5th favorite deck is this bicycle purple deck. Deck number 4 would have to be, I'm gonna go with my new bicycle turquoise deck. My 3rd favorite deck is going to be the bicycle standard Stargazer deck. My 2nd favorite deck is the bicycle black scorpion deck. And my favorite deck of all time is the bicycle archangels deck. And that is it for today's card collection video. I really hope you all did enjoy. Apologies for it being such a long video, but if you made it to the end, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Magic Monday videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Good night, guys. Thanks to the members, thanks to these members of